on YouTube momentarily here. So welcome, everybody. I'm delighted to be here with you today. I am Jocelyn Starfeather, and let me make sure all the technology is properly functioning. There we go. All right. And I am just delighted to be here with Ellie Paskell. Hi, Ellie. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you.
And I am also here with Ami Sohi and Kathleen Bauer. Hi, Ami and Kathleen. Welcome. Ami and Kathleen are our multi-galactic course managers, supporting us in bringing all of this amazingness to you through the Global School for Quantum Evolution. So thank you all for attending live here. Welcome to all those over on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, either now live or later as a recording, go ahead and put your name and location into the chat and let us know how you're doing today. And let me just say hi to some of you who have written in the chat. Welcome, Sigve in England. I hope I said your name right. Welcome, Marinese in Harlem, New York. Welcome, Alma in Mexico City. Welcome to Hazel near Manchester, UK. Welcome, Marcia from Atlanta. Rosie in Salisbury, UK. Welcome, Meredith in Georgia. Hi, Meredith. Great to see you on here. Welcome, somebody in the Netherlands. I don't see your name there, but welcome. And welcome, Carol in Maine. Shailene in Toronto. Helen in Guernsey. Andy near Poole in UK. Welcome, Bridget in Oregon. Yeshua in Germany. Janine in South Yorkshire. Al in Malaysia. Wow, and so many more. Welcome, everybody. We are just delighted to have you on with us. And thank you for joining us from all around the planet and anchoring in this beautiful energy that we'll share with you today, that Ellie will be presenting to you here today. So let me welcome Ellie officially, and let you all know a little bit more about her work. I know many of you on here know Ellie already and know how wonderful and amazing she is and how powerful the work is that she does. And in case you're not yet familiar with Ellie's work, let me just tell you a little bit more about her journey and what she does. So Ellie Paskell is a certified embodiment coach, mindfulness-based pain and stress management teacher, and an award-winning creative. She guides others to honor and express their bodies, fostering a natural sense of wholeness and freedom. But this journey wasn't always hers. For the first 3 decades of her life, Ellie walked the path of an actress, performing for millions on stage and screen. At 22, however, her body started to shout for attention with a debilitating fatigue that wouldn't go away. So in 2012, after 5 years of clinging to life as she knew it, she released her acting career and fully aligned with her soul's calling. Since then, Ellie has devoted over 40,000 hours to deep somatic practice, listening, healing, and guiding others in doing the same. Her work is rooted in an exceptional understanding of the human body, empowering others to release limitations, shed dis-ease, and come home to the essence of who they really are. And so Ellie's beautiful presentation for you today is called The Wild Wise Knowing of the Deeply Embodied You. And Ellie, I just want to say, personally, we've known each other for some years now, and I've just always been just so amazed at how you follow your inner wisdom. You are your own compass, and it's so beautiful how you are living and how you are embodying this and how you are sharing it with others and really inspiring so many to tune into their inner wisdom, tune into the wisdom of the body, and find all the magic and all the treasures that are there. So thank you, Ellie, for all that you do. And I will turn it right over to you now.
Oh, Jocelyn, dear one, thank you so much for having me here. And it's a gift to bring this medicine to the quantum school. And from me to everybody here, live and on the replay, a really warm welcome. Yeah, so the wise, wild knowing of the deeply embodied you. Guys, this is all about what you feel and the sacredness of that. So let us begin with so much kindness as we mean to go on. What are you going to need for the next 60 to 90 minutes to be as comfortable as you can be? So tune in. Your body is alive. Do you want a blanket? Do you want, ooh, space to roll around? Do you want your journal? And what position do you want to begin in today? Lying, standing, sitting. And as you have yourself situated, I invite you to allow your eyes to close, and we're going to take a few moments before any more logic and drop in. And if you'd like to keep your eyes open, you can just let them rest with a soft gaze. Noticing that you are in this body that is breathing. Maybe you can feel the air moving in and out of your mouth or nose. And your body is substantial of the earth. Okay, notice where those heavy, solid parts of you are held by the ground and the furniture. So you're going to be able to notice feelings of gentle pressure where your hips, your bum, your legs, your feet are meeting the ground and what's holding you. Give into that support 1% more. Here you are. Softening and sinking. If you like, imagining what is holding you rising up to meet your body and letting it hold you 1% more. Right. Dropping in here. And in this space now, first thing, I'm gonna tell you guys a story. I'm gonna tell a story to help us tune into today's focus. And then I'm gonna guide you in a longer, yummy journey with your body. And even as I'm telling this story, and I'm gonna be sharing some pictures on the screen, do whatever it is that you need to do to stay in touch with what you feel. So you might keep your eyes closed. You might have your hands on your belly, your chest, getting that oxytocin flowing in your body, the feel-good chemical when you're being touched. And I will do all that I need to stay in touch with my body. I might close my eyes. I might speak in light language. Let's see what happens. Right? So let us open to this now. Jocelyn, can I get a thumbs up if you can see that? Thank you. Perfect. Okay. So here we are. The wise, wild knowing of the deeply embodied you. Take a breath with what it was that called you to the session that had the word embodied in the title. Our bodies can call us to them in all kinds of ways. Sometimes they call us to us with desire. Right, suddenly we have rambunctious emotion that tells us, I gotta feel more alive at work, right? Or I've gotta feel more equal in my relationships. We might have an experience that really turns us on, and then we salivate for more, or we're bored, or we're uninspired in our lives, and so we want more, right? Sometimes our precious bodies call us to them with illness or with pain. And however your body has gotten your attention, sometimes it's just with ineffable knowing. You can trust it. At this time on the planet, millions of us are being called home to what we feel because we know that it is time for us to remake our world. We know that we want a world that feels loving to be in, that doesn't feel like our world feels much of the time. And so instinctively, we know we cannot use the old maps, the outdated compasses and books, the papers by the dusty old men, the things that have been written in tablet by the patriarchy. Instinctively, we know that we're calling in the voice of nature, that we must come to what the ancestors and the animals know by coming to what we feel in our bodies. Right. Oh, goodness me. And for me, this started out of the blue when I was 22, 17 years ago. And at that point, I was living what my head said was my dream life. I was performing regularly for millions as an actress. I was at a music festival with my friends, and my body just shut down. I felt this deep tiredness, and for the next 3 years, day after day, this tiredness would come back. And it took me to a place of despair. That's actually a picture that I drew partway through the journey. So take a breath with that, dear ones, and simply notice what's alive in your body as I'm alluding to this notion of the things that we feel that ask us to go a new way. What's here for you? But my head was telling me, your life is perfect. So if you do not feel happy in this life, then you are broken. Right? My head was saying, you are successful, you are empowered. There's just something wrong with you. So buck up and carry on. But the truth was that while there was lots of beauty in my life, in order to succeed in the patriarchal world, I'd been living disconnected from the earth of my body. Right? I'd been numb to my own roots, numb from my own spidey senses. I couldn't feel in here. I couldn't feel half the time below my neck, below my neck. And so I couldn't give myself what I truly needed because I didn't really know what that was. And this made it easy for me to do things that felt horrid without even realizing that that's how they felt, like people pleasing my agent, like not eating enough food so that I would attract the eyes of men, like pushing myself, like saying yes when I meant no, not holding my boundaries, like always being fast in my masculine, keeping going, pushing on. Oh, take a breath with that because I can notice the resonance of that in my body and simply notice what's here in yours. And if you like, allow your awareness to come back to those places where you feel heavy and held, soft. And my inner feminine was starting to sing to me. And she was saying, remember this. Remember your desire for sensuality, right? Remember this whole other part of your inner ocean that is about emotionality, pleasure, cyclicity, listening inwards. And after 3 years of feeling tired, I was finally ready to stop. And I was ready to listen to that melody. Beautiful, divine goddess, angel of wonder, so flawless. You have the knowledge of the earth and universe in your skin. You have the knowledge of the earth and universe in your skin. And so I finally let myself rest. And in time, even without knowing with my head brain what I was doing, I started to follow my instinct. I was listening to my body every day, just setting a timer, meditating on what I felt for 10 minutes, moving around in nature, making sensory space for myself with soft lights and blankets, soothing myself. And I was discovering a whole new way that when we feel lost or diseased, we don't have to go to the old man-made, frightening maps of society. We can come to our bodies and we can say, how are you guiding me forward in this moment in the way that feels like law? And so I was discovering this alternate way of being that had its roots in listening to my body, right? In embodied listening, flipping the script, and discovering that when we listen to our bodies, we understand because your body's language is the first one you ever knew and you can't forget it. And when we understand what our bodies are guiding us to, we are first guided to regulate our nervous system. Deeply influential part of our beings. And that's what was happening for me as I innately knew, okay, I need to soften, I need to rest. And when we regulate our nervous system, we then have access to self-compassion. I invite you to bring your hands to your heart and your belly and feel that aliveness there. When we regulate our systems, we naturally honor what they're asking us. Every time we ask our felt sense how it's guiding us, we root into the authority of being ourselves. We call back the power that was taken from us during the rise of the patriarchy and the witch burning. And as I innately was listening to my body, I was expanding my capacity to go for what the true me wanted, not the Ellie that existed in my head, who I thought I was. And so I started to uncover like, oh my gosh, like, you mean I don't have to go and spend all afternoon in that meeting? I can make a new choice, right? And I was honoring this instinct that would come through me in the forms of knowings and impulses and desires. For example, one day out of the blue, I just knew oh, I have to Google finding some help for my workaholism. And there was this peer support group just up the street from where I was. And as I listened and listened and listened to my body, the books that I needed fell off the shelf. The spiritual teachers came to me. I was surrounded increasingly by sisters and fellowship and comrades on my path. Amazing professional opportunities were coming to me, new avenues of earning money. Synchronicity was becoming my reality, and it was lighting up my inner knowing that this oh, this is the way of being that I have been waiting for lifetimes. And by 2012, like a lioness following the scent, I was deeply rooted enough in this embodied way of being that I was able to realize something that I'd been wanting for a long time, but which my head hadn't allowed me to see, which was that I wanted to leave my agent and take some space to just be. And I thought that I was going to write my novel and I was going to travel. But just 3 days after leaving my agent, I knew, oh, so I want to go somewhere where I will be supported to set my body free. Take a breath with that and those words. Being supported to set your body free. And I then spent a year in a healing clinic, a healing energy clinic for trauma. And then I spent a year in Thailand working with healers and shamans and guides. Sometimes I would spend 20 hours a day listening to my body, completely enchanted by what I was discovering about what it truly means to be human and what it really means to heal and to be healthy and to be happy. And when I was in the clinic, notice if your body wants to move in this moment. We've been using a lot of words. It's possible that you want to shake it off. I moved as I needed to move. I sounded as I needed to sound. I allowed myself to feel the whole river of my emotions. I became the deeply embodied me. And as I did, the fatigue healed. And what I was experiencing, I learned could have been called complex PTSD. And what started in the clinic could be called a Kundalini awakening, but the labels don't matter here. What matters is that I was discovering what happens when we go one moment at a time and allow them to express their truth, right? And what happens when we do that, when we allow our bodies to spread their wings, is that we cannot help but heal. We cannot help but remember who we are, and we cannot help but manifest the external life that makes us feel alive, because we are living from the compass of what brings our body to life. Right. So this again, this beautiful tree of embodiment here, when we put our roots in embodied listening, what do I feel? What do I need? What do I know? The self-understanding, the regulation, the honoring becomes natural, and the delight of our unique life of aliveness becomes our reality. And for me today, I'm living the life that feels like my body's dream. Some days I just can't believe it that I'm living in this way that is how my inner child wanted. I'm running my coaching business while giving oceans of space for connection and pleasure and rest and spontaneity and play. And this is what has healed the fatigue. This is what allowed my body to stop saying no. And specifically, at the moment, this is looking for the last 2 years like me traveling around the British Isles, taking my body to the places that, oh, she most wants to be, the sacred sites, the ancient lands, the oceans, the lochs, the rainforests. And I'm seeing my clients as I go. And this had shown me what is possible for all of us and what it is that we're called to do at this time, which is to show up as the adults that we are, to allow ourselves to follow what feels right in our body in order to kindle our seemingly individual lives of aliveness, and so to remake our world. Right? And what your body soul wants will be unique to you, completely unique to you. And whatever quote unquote end goal you have, whatever's brought you here today, you can trust that when you step onto the embodied path, when you put your roots into embodied listening, you open immediately to what it is that you desire, which is deep self-belonging, which is presence, which is no longer second guessing yourself, no longer being at war with yourself, honoring your body by following what feels good. And I'm going to guide you now in an experiential journey to find out how your body is guiding you forward at this time. So let us drop in. And as we do this, and I invite you to start to get yourself situated, we're going to take a journey that's going to be at least 10 minutes. Do you want to lie down? Do you want to wiggle about? Do you want to move? Do you want to sit? And as you're getting yourself sorted, I want to say thank you to Lucy Hopes for the melody. Beautiful, divine goddess, angel of wonder, so flawless. You have the knowledge of the earth and universe in your skin. You have the knowledge of the earth and universe in your skin. Yeah. So allowing yourself to drop in. Again, precious body, how do you want to be for the next 10 minutes to be as comfy as you can be? You may even want to cover your eyes if you can. If you've got a blanket, you might want to put it over them. Allow yourself to wiggle. And if there's any restlessness here, to help yourself settle, you might want to massage your jaw. You might want to tap gently on your forehead. You can bring the tapping down to your upper lip. And let yourself land. Noticing again those places in your body where you can feel the ground and the furniture holding you, holding you. Maybe you can feel gentle pressure behind your lower back. Seeing that support rising up to meet your body. And letting it hold you 1% more. And if you like, sending some roots in your mind's eye down from your hips, your skin, your back into the earth. And with your next breath, allow the light of your awareness to be a warm, deep red. And send that light down to your feet and your legs. And you might want to wiggle your toes to welcome them. Noticing what it is you can feel in your feet and your legs, bearing in mind that you might not feel much, or you might feel sensation or impulse. And if there's any restlessness in your legs, I invite you to let it be, and also to let your legs notice that here you are in this moment, held on the furniture and ground. Know where you have to be and nothing you have to do. You can only get this right. Breathing with your feet and your legs, welcoming what's here for you. Yamanaya na la kahua, yamanaya na katsia huma, yanawa yanamanaha. Kuaya manala na kahra yanamatsia naha, ua maya nalanaha. And as you're ready now, allowing that warm red light of your awareness to rise up and take in your hip, left and right hip, pelvic bowl, genitals, and your root between your legs at the center of your body. Very gently noticing what you can feel here. And if at any moment you need to take a break, you can very gently use your eyes to take in the space, the room that you're in. And as long as it's okay for you, dropping in and in and into what you can feel in your pelvis and your hips. And now letting your awareness rise up to take in your belly. Letting your belly take space. Noticing what you feel. There might be sense of sensation. There might be emotion. And if there is challenge for you here, if there's any kind of pain in your body, I invite you to welcome it the way you would a dear friend. To let it be as part of you in this moment. And now sinking into your experience in your lungs, your chest, your heart, noticing what you can feel. With great kindness, letting that warm awareness travel down your arms and into your hand. Noticing what it is like to put your awareness in your hands when there's nothing that you have to do. Mm. Softening in there, and then allowing your awareness to glide up, taking in your neck and your throat, and your head and your face, softening into your mouth, inviting the lips and the gums to soften. Inviting the cheeks to soften and your eyes. And then with your next breath, allowing your awareness to take in the whole of your embodied landscape. So you may notice sensation. You may notice emotion, energy. I invite you to welcome it all with kindness. Everything that you feel, it gets to be here. And now with your next breath, noticing the quality of aliveness inside of you, the quality of the human electricity as it's present in your body. And I invite you to play with this question. How would it feel for you to let what you're feeling inside of your body in this moment, your sacred inner experience, to take all the space it wants to take? Right. And I invite you to do that right now, to let your inner ocean flow, to let your energy wings spread. Maybe it feels like a relief to allow an emotion to take space. Maybe it feels good to even allow tiredness or pain to be here, to stop blocking it. Yeah, and you may notice that you want to make movements or move around. And as you welcome your insides to take space, this is you welcoming the deeply embodied you. The one who feels as you truly feel. The one who moves as you want to move, who says yes to what turns you on, who says no to what is not right for you, who flows with your instinct. How does it feel for you to be this version of you? What inside of your body in this moment is saying, this is what wants to take space. This is how it feels good for me to be me. Notice how the deeply embodied you feels and how they're expressing themselves. And this may be coming to you as feelings and impulses in your body. And it may be coming to you as an image in your mind of the deeply embodied you and what they're doing, what they're not doing, how they're interacting with others, and fundamentally, what makes them feel delicious. And what this tells you about your unbridled native needs and desires at this time. Right. What does this tell you about the you who lives in your body and what they are needing and desiring in your life at this time? And how your body is calling you to bring something into your life or let something evolve in your life or spread your wings, honor yourself in your life at this time. What is different in your life when you're allowing your body to lead? Who are you no longer pleasing? What are you doing that pleases you? How are you taking time for self-care? Time to play or pleasure? Maybe your body is healing when you're showing up as the deeply embodied you. Maybe you're making a change in your pacing or your schedule or your work or your creativity or bringing simplicity into your life. It could be anything. And now, from this vision, from this knowing, notice what is really standing out for you. What it is that your body is saying, this is the reason that you came to this session today. This is the guidance for you. This is what I want. Noticing where that feels good in your body. Maybe noticing or seeing an image in your mind of you doing that thing, hearing this guidance from the deeply embodied you. The one thing that they're saying over the next 7 days, I want you to take this action step, or it might be an inaction step. Right? You might be taking 5 minutes a day to rest. You might be setting a boundary with that person in your life or doing something that feels playful. What is the guidance that's coming through for you in this moment? Whatever it is, it will make your body say, It will feel manageable. It will feel like love. And now, in the presence of everybody here, live and on the replay, if you like, make the commitment to yourself to do this over the next 7 days. To honor your life force, your joy, your health, your empowerment in this way. Beautiful. Ha. And as we begin to close the practice here, I invite you to take a moment with your deeply embodied being. Notice whether they're with you and you want to keep them with you. Maybe you can feel them in your body and you're going to let that carry on in this session. Or maybe you're ready to let them go in this moment, knowing that you can rejoin with them anytime you need. Thanking them and letting them go if that's what you're doing. Taking a moment to honor this journey that you've just been on. And allowing your awareness to drop back to those places in your body where you feel yourself held by the furniture and the ground. And I'm going to invite you now to come back to our 3D space, to gently wiggle your fingers and your toes if you like. To let some light be blinked into your eyes and welcome back. And And if you do feel to share anything that came through for you in that journey, you're most welcome. Maybe it was delicious to connect into your body. How did that feel? Or maybe it was challenging. Maybe the deeply embodied you was really surprising in how they showed up. What was that like for you? What guidance did they bring? Hmm. And it may be that you want to stay quiet and inwards right now. But yeah, if you want to share, you're so welcome. Hmm. Aha. So Sophie says the guidance that I got was about saying no. Yeah. 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 Another Sophie says, I was told to trust that I am guided and therefore never alone. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Beautiful divine goddess, angel of wonder, so flawless. You have the knowledge of the earth and universe in your skin. You have the knowledge of the earth and universe in your skin. Mm. Carol, this is beautiful. I desire to honor my doodles of spiraling light. I wonder how that feels in your body. I'd be fascinated to see how that leads you forward in your life. This is how the body communicates with us. The body communicates with images, with color, with inner knowing. Janine, I was guided to touch and be touched. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, that was, yeah, Janine, yeah. Oh, Andy, how beautiful to see you, Andy. Oh, I've just lost your comment. Too many people are commenting. Um, we go. Acceptance of what comes up. Yeah, absolutely. Nature Move says, this voice of mine is divine. Yeah. This voice of mine is divine. And Carol says, it feels like joy. I imagine that you mean the deeply embodied you. Yeah, that's how we know. Ease, flow, joy, vitality. That's how we know. Hmm. I don't know what your name is, but you say the experience made me see how much I am unconscious about my body. Yeah, I really hear that. I hear you when you say, I need hugs. Yeah, you can in this moment give yourself one if you like. This truly activates the oxytocin in our bodies the same way if somebody else is giving us one. Of course, you can always go find someone that you love as well and ask them for a hug. But yeah, sometimes the starting point is I am unconscious about my body, and that's a perfect and really important place to be. Nina, appreciation for the synchronicities. Yeah. Amy, feeling tears that are locked inside. I really hear that, Amy. Yeah. I wonder how it would feel for you to simply be with that, letting them be inside for now. Yeah. Hmm. Thank you all for your beautiful sharing. Aha, Amy says they pour out when I give them love. Right. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, there's more coming. Okay, this will be the last one I'll read now and then we'll move on. But yeah. Ingrid says 7 minutes for 7 days, letting my inner dragon. Oh, that's so good. Letting my inner dragon watch with wings unfurled as my inner grandmother tree emanates blue light from top to bottom. Oh my goodness. Helen says, I feel that I need to accept I am magic and be playful with myself and my husband and others. Beautiful. Yeah. Sharon saying no also. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let us all take a breath as we move into our next piece here and notice what's here for you in this moment. Coming back to the body. What do you feel? What do you need? What do you know? Ah, beautiful. Hmm. Shall we move on, Jocelyn?
Thank you so much, Ellie. This has been just so, so beautiful. Just an amazing journey. I had a really strong, I wasn't expecting, a really strong, clear message come through to my body about something I need to say no to. Very interesting. I know others had that experience too. So yeah, thank you. Feels like you are just guiding us back to truth, guiding us back to what we really know on our profound inner wisdom levels. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Yeah. So everyone, we are just really delighted to share with you that if this has been powerful for you, if you would like to go deeper on this embodiment journey, on this journey way down into the deep truths that you hold with Ellie as your guide, there is an opportunity to do so. And we will share now some more details about that so that you can sense into whether that is right for you. And this is Ellie's beautiful course that will be starting on November 12th. And it is called Body, Soul, Bone, Knowing. Hear your body, honor your truth, come home to your bones. So if you can imagine that this experience today is only the beginning, only a tiny sample of the really profound and life-changing work that Ellie offers. And this course is an amazing opportunity to go far deeper into this. And Ellie, I would just love to hear your thoughts on your inspiration in creating this course and anything else you feel called to share with people as we begin the journey of all that's included here.
Yeah, of course. I'm just going to take a breath here because something's coming through. Ayama yanalana katsia hua mana yana katsa. Ra yamana yana hua akaya mana la hua riana manana kahuma asua faya manana la hu. Maha. Yes, yes. Yeah, so beautiful ones. I'm so delighted to be offering this journey, this body, soul, bone knowing. I've just got distracted because Zoom is asking me what language I'm speaking. Okay, that's all right. It's not cut anything off, has it? Yeah, so we're gonna journey through this beautiful 5-week program, body, soul, bone knowing, and yeah, your body, soul, bone knowing is this intelligence that is spoken through your felt sense. And during the program, you're going to connect to 5 different elements of this knowing. So you're going to deepen and deepen and deepen into what it is that we started today, right? What it was that brought you to this session, that piece that said, I want to honor who I am because I want to be happier, more healthy, vitalized, more aligned, more flowing, more joyous in my life. So during our time together, I'm going to support you to understand your body's unique language of communication. And you're going to receive space and support and strategy and tools to discover how you can navigate your life. How you can navigate your life, not from the old compasses, not from reaching out and getting confused and being frightened or obligated by what's happening outside of you, but how you can come in a very practical and true and kind way to what's coming through your body, to this guidance, right? So this is going to be about you really deliciously, really lovingly finding out actually how. How do we do this? How can you go a moment at a time doing what feels right to do and releasing the rest? How to stop with people pleasing and finding out how your body is asking you to do things in a way that feel like self-care, that feel like empowerment, that feel like inner child delight, that feel like sensual adult, right? By honoring who you truly are. So take a breath with that. How would your days truly feel if you were navigating from this wisdom in your body? And it might be that at this point you're thinking, yeah, I really want to take this course because I know what it is that I'm ready to shift in my life. I know what it is my body's telling me, and I want this support, this love, this container, this community to support me to do that. Or it might be that for you, what you know is that your body is saying no, right? What you know is that your body is not as well or happy or vital as you would like. And you don't yet know what the guidance she or he or they are giving you in terms of how to turn that around. But you know that you want to come and you want to listen, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this journey is calling you if you're constantly prioritizing other people's needs over your own, and if you're ready for more deliciousness, right? Uh, I have this written here, Jocelyn. I was going to ask you to scroll, but I don't think it's necessary. Although, Jocelyn, this might be a moment or maybe later for us to put the URL in the chat that people can come and have a look at the webpage. Yeah, so that's right there. And some side effects from this course can include daytime pleasure, effortless productivity, delicious creativity, physical healing, and radical glee. And Jocelyn, can we scroll down to the curriculum? I think this is a beautiful point to dive into that.
Yes, absolutely. And so I just want to share that I put that link in the chat. If anybody would like to come here and check out the details at your own pace, you are welcome to. And for those who are watching later as the replay, just scroll down below the video and you'll find that link in the description field. And you can come here and read all of this amazingness that will give you more details about the course, more details about Ellie and her work. And we're going to go right to the curriculum. You can see the program details and when the classes will be held here. Okay, so this beautiful module 1, which will be happening on November 12th. Each class will be at 11:30 a.m. New York time. And this first class is called Earth Rooted Body Calm. Soothe your system, know your needs.
Yeah, Jocelyn, for this module, could you read the first 4 bullet points there?
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. So during this module 1 session, you will experience a somatic ceremony to begin your journey. Land in your body with presence and love. Hear the voice of your nervous system. Discover how it's shaping your moment-to-moment experience. Learn how to regulate your system when you're feeling anxious, tired, or numb. That is so valuable in today's world. I just want to say so important. And undo the habit of ignoring your truth. Receive a powerful strategy to honor your needs.
Yeah, so I'm so excited to guide you guys through this too. I mean, the influential nature of what is happening in your nervous system in terms of how you are experiencing everything in your life cannot be overemphasized. Your nervous system is arguably the most influential element of your being in terms of how you feel, what you do, and how you are experiencing everything that's going on around you. So we're starting beautifully with this incredibly potent piece, and I'm going to support you to get to know more clearly the way your nervous system speaks. Right. So for me, for example, I was surprised to discover that a piece of what was happening when my body was exhausted was that my body was actually in high anxiety and it was in freeze mode. And as I started to recognize that that was what was happening in my body, I was able to actually bring myself the medicine to both heal the fatigue and also to be present in my life, to meet myself as I truly needed to be met. This piece here of undoing this unnatural habit of going against what our nervous systems are asking for is so powerful. Many of us are actually used to being in a state of nervous system activation, and this can show up in all kinds of ways. It can show up as a lot of anger. It can show up as illness. It can show up as numbness. It can show up as fawning, as not being able to stop people pleasing or feeling disconnected from how we are and from who we are. And how your nervous system is expressing itself in you. And of course, sometimes your nervous system will be expressing itself with you're feeling calm, right? And you want to capitalize on that. You want to find out how to bring more of that into your life, right? And so you're going to be discovering these somatic signatures, the way that you start to notice, oh, I haven't just got a migraine. I haven't just got IBS. Oh, I'm not just feeling uninspired today. actually, I got really triggered yesterday. Something happened that made me feel anxious, which I didn't acknowledge. And now I can understand that this signal in my body is telling me that I need self-care. And then in the session, I'm going to provide you with tools to regulate your nervous system. And then you can play with them, get to know your system and how to bring the medicine that you need. You're going to receive those tools both in the session and as a PDF that I'll share with you, a beautiful e-booklet. And with this session, as with all of the other ones that we'll do, you can just come to the sessions if you want, and you'll receive a huge amount. And also, if you choose, you can do the home play that I'll give you for each session. Each week, I'm going to invite you to take 7 or so minutes a day to listen to your body, to integrate what it was that came through in the session, to honor your body knowing in the way that that week we're focusing on. And then, yeah, to really let that percolate into your life. If you take time every day to honor your nervous system, it will change your life, right? Yeah. So that's session 1.
Beautiful, beautiful. I think it's so true, Ellie, that we don't realize how much of the time we're going around in high anxiety mode or high alert mode, and just being able to find that out and come back down from that and experience so much more of life in a state of calmness
Right.
or relaxedness. I mean, it's a life changer right there.
Right. Right, exactly. I had a client say to me a few months ago that she went to the cinema to see a film that she'd seen before, but this time it was a completely different experience because she said, I was there. And she said, I was giggling like a child. It was the most delicious experience. And this is what happens when we tend to our bodies in the way that brings them back to life.
Amazing. That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at module 2. This will be on November 19th. And module 2 is called Wild Body Yes. Understand and honor your body's voice.
Hmm. Yeah. So this one is inspired again by the piece that I alluded to of discovering, hold the phone, guys. I get to make choices so that I'm not doing things out of obligation, but I'm actually doing what I want to do. Like that time that I realized I didn't want to spend all afternoon in a union meeting and I didn't have to. And I went and I spent the afternoon in a magical London cinema having a wonderful time. And these are the kinds of ahas that you get to have when you come back to your compass and honor it the way that it's meant to be honored. And what I mean by that is so many of us, we've been conditioned actually to live upside down, to live contrary to what our bodies say. We've been taught that the body can't be trusted. We've been taught that those who swim upstream, those who take the hardest route, those who go against the grain are the responsible ones. They're the successful ones. They're the ones that get the biggest prize. And it's hooey. It leads us to an upside down world and it leads us to lives in which we don't feel inspired. So in this session, you're going to be supported to really come to the details of your body's unique language of yes and no. And then I'm going to support you to play with that in the session. And then again, you're going to have this delicious opportunity, should you choose to accept it, in between the sessions every day to spend time listening to your body, yes, honoring your body, yes, and specifically using a strategy that I'll give you that's going to support you to notice when in your life you're going against your body's grain, or when you're about to, when you notice the moments where you go, oh, actually, I was going to do that thing and my body is just feeling exhausted even thinking about it. So you'll have the strategy to then very briefly and powerfully be able to acknowledge that and start to flip the script in your life, right? And when we do this, one moment at a time, coming to our aliveness, asking, how is my body, yes, truly guiding me? And how can I honor those no's? Magic happens, right? We're welcoming in ease, we're welcoming in healing, we're welcoming in pleasure. Yeah, we're welcoming in flow. Yeah.
So beautiful. And I'm just sensing into this and thinking, what a revolution it is to allow ourselves to be guided in this way and to have that clarity of knowing, when a decision comes in or something we were told you need to do this or you need to do that, and then to come into true clarity with oneself about whether that is a yes or a no,
Right.
and how different our lives might be once we fully tune into that.
Can you imagine if that's what the people in the governments and the parliaments were doing? Right? Can you imagine them sitting there listening and how different the choices would be and how
Yeah.
much they wouldn't have to leave the Houses of Commons every day and go and drink themselves to sleep because they've been so misaligned every day and not even knowing what's wrong, right?
Yeah.
It's so powerful and beautiful for us to come to our bodies, not only for our health, but for our world.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
I had chills as you were saying that, Ellie. That's
Yeah.
so true. Okay, so module 3 will be on November 26th, and this is called Your Magic Fantastic. Meet the wildly embodied you and set them free.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is an opportunity to deepen into what we opened up today. It's this coming to this indigenous version of yourself, the one who is rooted in your instincts, the one who is rooted in your wilderness, right? Because so often, in order to show up, quote unquote, socially acceptably, we create an idea of who we are and what we like and what we need in our minds, and then we live according to that. But the rest of us that we've shunned, whether that's our randiness, our loudness, our shyness, our sensitivity, our anger, is still living in our bodies. So it tends to show up as sadness or numbness or illness. But your body is still holding the complete blueprint of who you truly are. So when you come here, you discover who that is. You discover your true impulses, your instincts, your desires, and you get to set them free. And this can be anything, you're going to find out in this session again, even more clearly and powerfully. How is this version of you? And I just got this image of the being like in a pressure cooker, shaking its hips and wanting to spread its wings. And then giving that permission and hearing its voice saying, this is what I want to bring in. This is how I need to express myself. And in those 7 days between sessions, you'll have the opportunity to really play with that, to really bring that into your life if you choose. Again, if you just come to the session, you'll still receive a huge amount. And if you let it integrate into your life, gosh, who knows what might come through. For me, it was the discovery that I was actually really an introvert and that I need to take care of my sensitivities. And I never knew that until I came to my body. For you, it might be that you discover or you acknowledge that you want to identify as non-binary, or that you want to give space to the part of you that wants to spend a week in the woods instead of in your office. Or maybe you want to wear red every day and you're not even sure why, but this part of you starts to express itself and magic opens up, right? Yeah. So this is the essence of module 3.
Amazing. I love that you said that the blueprint of who we truly are is always still here, no
Yeah.
matter what may be layered on top of it or what we've experienced in our lives. It's still here. We
Yeah.
can still access it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, module 4, as we go deeper. So, this will be on December 3rd. And this module is called Body as Healer. Let your body show you how to heal.
Oh gosh, yeah. I'm just going to take a breath because we've used a lot of words. So let us all take a moment to just drop in. Again, noticing that your body is held on the furniture and the ground. Allowing yourself to soften 1% into that holding. And very, very kindly noticing what's alive in your body and inviting it to take space. Yeah, so session 4, these words here, let your body show you how to heal. This is really the nub. This is a space in which you're going to receive your body's guidance on how to step forward with healing, whether for you, you're seeking emotional healing or profound physical healing. And this came from my discovery these 17 years that when I do what my body asks, when I let my body express, she heals, right, profoundly. And this is because everything that we do in our lives, it's either allowing expansion or contraction in our bodies. And when we align truly with our body's impulses, our life force flows. So when we align, for example, with a new impulse, a piece of our body literally comes back. The life force, the ocean, the vitality is literally coming in there. This is what would happen when people came into contact with Jesus, right? He would see them only in their completeness. The life force would flow, and in that moment, they would be healed.
Mm.
And when you come to your own inner wise knowing, and it is your birthright to connect to this and live according to this on what you need to be doing and how you need to be living in order to allow that life force to flow so that whatever it is, whether you want to heal fatigue, you want to heal IBS, you want to heal cancer, right? You want to heal COVID, you want to stop getting migraines whenever you feel angry. You want to find a way out of a deep depression, whatever it is, when you come to your body, you can find out how they're guiding you forward strongly, powerfully, lovingly, kindly in that direction. This is about flipping the script on what westernized medicine says, which has its place, but we stop being at war with our bodies. We stop making any part of ourselves wrong. We get to trust what's here and say, okay, dear symptom or challenging emotion or pain, what is it that you have to say? Let me welcome you in as a part of my wholeness. Yeah. And when we do that, vitality, healing, and joy are the natural results. Yeah.
I just feel this, Ellie, as such a deep, deep part of your wisdom that you carry because you have lived this journey and you have guided so many on this powerful journey of let your body show you how to heal.
Yeah.
So deep
Yeah.
gratitude to you for bringing this forward to all of us.
Thank you. And I think actually the most important piece here is the joy.
Mm.
It's like the notion that healing and that it's just grounded in scariness and wrongness. No, it's a one moment at a time. What is here? How can I hold it with kindness? How can I open to the next thing that feels right with so much love and so much presence? And that's why the journey of healing, it becomes magic. It doesn't have to be a curse. It's a gift. Yeah.
Yeah, so beautiful. Okay, so our final module here, module 5, this will be on December 10th, and it is called Sustainable Self-Love. Maintain a strong, unshakable devotion to you.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is going to be a yummy, playful, celebratory session in which you get to ask your body, okay, so I've just done this, I've just taken this journey, I've just done this program, and now how am I going to keep this going, right? If you guys want it to be this journey, it's not just for November and December, this is for your life, right? How are you going to use what's come through for you in the program so that you keep showing up for yourself? So that you keep living in alignment with your knowing, your truth, your boundaries, your true body yes. And so I'll guide you on a journey in the session, and you're going to find out what your body is saying regarding that. And it might be your body saying, you know, I really want you to keep doing that particular practice from the program every day for the next month. It's so delicious. It's so bringing me into alignment. Or it might be that your body is saying, you've taken this journey and now this. Now I want you to spend time every day in nature listening to your body. Or now I want you to start your own business. Or now I want you to have that boundary with that person. Whatever it is, I'm going to hold space for you to drop in so that the beautiful tools that you've received, the practices that you've received, the nourishment that you've received, you're then going to integrate that into your life and make this self-love, make this embodiment sustainable. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, amazing, amazing. I love how you said this is not just for November and December. This is for your whole life. You get to carry all of this forward,
Mhm.
and how beautiful and life-changing that will be.
Yeah.
So we are really delighted, everybody. I'm going to scroll a little bit here. And again, I invite you to come back. I'll put this link in the chat again. I invite you to come back and read all of the beauty here at your own pace. But what I want to share now is that we are just truly delighted to be able to offer this amazing, powerful experience of this course on a donation basis. And the true value of this course is 777 US dollars. And I think so much more than that, honestly, because of all that Ellie brings and all of her years of deep embodiment and everything that she is putting into this program. And we don't want there to be any financial limitation to those who are feeling called to go on this journey with Ellie. So we are delighted to make this available on a donation basis, and we invite you each who would like to join to really sense into your own heart to find what is the amount that is truly right for you to send, to contribute, to donate at this time. And when you are ready, you can click here, this purple button, to submit your donation. It's very easy. Just a couple quick steps after that button, and you will be fully registered. And this registration will be open until 1 week from today. It will close at the end of the day on Tuesday, November 5th. So just be sure to join as soon as you know, and definitely by next Tuesday. If you do have any questions, you can email us here, hello@wearesacredplanet.com. And yeah, Ellie, is there anything that you wanted to say? Anything else that you wanted to say as we're
I think just very briefly to reiterate that as deep as you want to go in this 5 weeks, I'm here with you. I'm so excited to take this journey, and as well as the optional home play, and there's going to be a downloadable practice for you to play with in between each session, we're also going to have a community group. So if you are one who feels drawn to that, you're very welcome to join it. You can ask questions in between sessions. You can share what's coming up for you. It will be my delight to be there. This is the embodiment revolution. And at the moment, it feels I'm very much called to really be with those of us who are journeying with our bodies, who are waking up. We're all collectively writing the script on this. So I want to know how you are, what's happening, what's moving through as we create this, revolution together.
Yeah, this truly is a revolution, and your work, Ellie, is a revolution. It is, so deeply healing to the modern paradigm that we've experienced for so long.
Mm.
So yes, I'm so excited for people to get to experience this with you, and so excited for all the deep changes and deep truth and everything that people will be connecting with as they move through this 5-week adventure with you. Yeah, it's so powerful. I feel it. I
Yeah,
really feel
yeah,
it so strongly. Yeah.
yeah. I feel it too. Is there any more words that you need to say at this moment, Jocelyn? Any more housekeeping or anything like that?
No, just that we can answer a few questions in the chat whenever you're
Great,
ready,
great.
Ellie. Um, okay. So yeah, if you have any questions, and there were a couple I'll go back to. If anybody has any questions, please put them in the chat. And somebody had asked, Bonnie was asking, what if I have to miss the first half hour of
Mhm.
each session? What would you say, Ellie?
I would say that's okay. I would say if you can make a rearrangement to not miss it, that would be awesome. But you're welcome, and there'll be the replays. Yeah.
Yeah, all of the class sessions will be fully recorded and will be sent out within 48 hours after each class.
Yeah.
So definitely for those who maybe can't be there live, you can definitely still attend it by recording.
Yeah.
Of course, the live session is so powerful, so we recommend being there live if you possibly can.
Mhm.
Let's see. Ingrid says, many tears of overwhelm that money is no object. What a wonder. Deep gratitude.
Mhm.
Yes, thank you, Ingrid. We're so delighted to be able to offer it in this way, in
Thank you.
alignment with sacred economics and this radical new world that we're all building together.
Yeah.
It's really fun. We can let it be fun. Let's see. Okay. I don't see any more questions from now. So many beautiful comments.
Mhm.
Nature Move says, so beautiful, generous, and courageous of Ellie and us to live, exchange, and learn in this way of the gift. Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you all for your questions. And so Dizzy is asking how much money in UK money. So it can be whatever amount you wish in your own currency. You get to decide and pay in your own currency. So it is totally up to you. And
Mhm.
just sense into your heart about what's the right amount for you at this moment.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so that's all from me. um, Elise, if there's anything else you wanted to say before we
Mhm.
close here.
Just want to acknowledge all the kind words and the thanks in the chat and say that it's been a total delight to hold this space for all of you. I cannot wait to gather with those of you that are going to join us in the course. And let us just take one breath together here as we close. So I invite you, if you like, to allow your eyes to close, noticing your sacred body held in this space, what it's like for you to be here in this moment, present with real kindness for what it is that's moving through you, honoring this time that you've taken to listen to your body, and honoring this community that we are gathered in this moment, everybody live and on the replay. Yeah. Deep appreciation and much love. Mhm. Yeah.
Thank you, Ellie. Thank you, everybody out there. So much love to you. Thank you for adding your beautiful energy to our gathering today. And thank you to those watching this later as a recording. We are sending you so much love. See you again soon.